Okay, hello everybody. Today we are going to be focusing on back bending stuff. So one of the things with how I approach back bending is that I am always working to break through any stiffness or limited range of motion that's in my upper back. So I wore this shirt specifically today so you can see the part of the body that we're trying to target here. You can see the base of my shoulder blades, and then you can see this strip of fabric across. So this is covering my ribs. This is where we want to start finding the maximum amount of space today. Just below the base of the shoulder blades. We know we have gone too far when we start to feel, and you can see where my shirt kind of designates that perfectly, where we start to bypass the ribs and come into this soft part of the low back. So that's the thing we need to be checking in with today. Are we continuing to, hi, good morning. Are we continuing to keep the pressure in that part of the body? Or is it starting to go into the low back? If it's in the low back, we need to reset, and I will check in with you continually about that. Okay, so for today, I would like you to have 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, it's fine. I'll show you how to modify around that with using a blanket or even just a basic bath towel. So we can always improvise based on what's available in the house. What I'd like you to do to start is to come into standing. We're going to do just what I would normally do in my classes and just go through the joints here. So coming to your space, make circles with the wrists here. And just for everybody who's in the room, I am recording this to be able to share this later on. So if you would prefer not to be part of the recording or to have your image part of the recording, you are welcome to flip off the video on your camera, which is available in the bottom left corner. So know that that option is always available to you. Touch the shoulders. So I'm going to turn to the side so you guys can see me here. What you're going to do is just start by kind of doing this chicken wing thing, just making circles with the arms. Now, once that's happening and the body has that rhythm, now we start to move through that place that I pointed out to you in the beginning. We're going to roll the upper back, pull the elbows back, lift the chest. Take it around. Up. Exhale. Inhale. Okay. And I've already started to do it where I'm integrating the weight of the head. So let's do this all together on the inhale. Inhale, elbows, chest, chin up. Exhale, tuck the chin, collapse the chest, elbows come down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. So just keep following with these rotations. Inhale, up. Welcome. So happy to see everybody here this morning. Or it's the night for some of you in the other parts of the world. Okay, let's take the hands to the chest and twist. So we're going to keep the arms in to begin with to make sure that we're not applying too much pressure to the low back too soon. So if the low back doesn't have any complaints with that, then what we're going to do is let the arms swing. So move slowly at first. Again, we're just incrementally increasing that load in the twist. And you stop anywhere that starts to aggravate the low back. If you're feeling a lot of movement in the upper back, that's perfectly appropriate. Okay, take the hands to the waist, circle. And again, if we can start to synchronize the breath a little bit here, please do so. Otherwise, if that's just too much to coordinate, then just focus on circling the hips. If we are coordinating, exhale is back, inhale is forward. Going the other direction, hips forward, hips back. Okay. So what I'm going to do is to balance, let me turn sideways so it's a little bit less confusing. I'm going to balance on my inside leg away from the camera and then just make circles with the right ankle. Let's go the other direction. So I'm intentionally pouring the weight from the baby toe into the big toe. If it feels like your toes are stuck, that's normal. You just do this every day and you'll notice they'll start to open up just like anything else we do with the body. For better or worse, their toes are not super unique in that way. Okay. I'm supporting myself at the wall here. You're welcome just to support yourself at the middle of the mat, but know that that option is always available to you. So take the toenails down. And then again, just to whatever capacity your foot is going to allow, you stretch out the toes, the top of the ankle. It's very normal for the foot to cramp in this position. We don't go through a lot of range of motion throughout the day. So if it starts to cramp, just press your foot like a high heel, stretch it out, and then do it again. Take 3 more breaths here. Last one. Okay. So I'm going to flip to the other side so you guys can see. Now I'm going to take my left foot and then just do the same thing. Make circles with the ankles. Making sure to go both directions. So I was going counterclockwise before, now I'm going to go clockwise. And from here, support yourself at the wall or self-supported, stretching out the toes, the ankle, the top of the foot. One more breath here. So we are going to be using the wall. Sorry guys, I should have mentioned that earlier. In addition to the blocks and the blanket, I'm going to be using the wall a lot. So if you're not already, please set yourself up where you're going to have pretty easy access to the wall here. So what I'm going to do first is just to take my hands to the wall. Now when we're here, what I want you to focus on is staying soft in the knees. The knees might want to pitch forward here, or the shoulders might want to lift. So let's self-correct both of those. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders really tightly around the ears. Take a breath. Exhale, let it go. Same thing with the knees. So know when the knees are pitching forward, and then we know we need to adjust out of that. So lift the toes and then push your butt behind you. So from here, I'm just going to come into kind of a down dog on the wall here. I'm going to let my chest drop in. So again, nothing really extreme in the beginning. I just want you to get familiar with how we're using our body so that we're keeping the low back safe. The safety of the low back is our primary issue here. So 3 more breaths here to whatever height or depth you need or is available to you in your spine. Keeping the knees soft. 2. Inhale. We're going to curl up. So I'm going to stay at the wall here. What I'd like you to do is to, I'm going to show you first. You're going to make this cactus arm on the right. And so your elbow and your palm are going to make contact with the wall. So I'm going to start by facing the wall here. And then I'm going to turn away from my arm. Now notice my chest is touching. I want you to maintain that contact. We want to avoid the temptation to step away. So everything is flush to the wall here. Start to turn away. Again, same self-adjustment here. I'm going to shrug my shoulders so I know when I'm out of position. Inhale, pull the shoulder down away from the ear, push into the wall. Let's take this opposite hand to the sternum. Inhale. I'm going to breathe up into my hand. Exhale. Just lean into that wall. What we're trying to do is to open up what I call this backpack strap area. So if you hear me refer to that, this is what I'm referring to here. Again, inhale. Breathe up. Imagine I'm at the wall. Breathe up into the hand. Exhale. Keep moving away while maintaining that contact in the backpack strap. 3 more breaths. 2. 1 more. Exhale. Let that arm be heavy. Go dead weight. It's probably pumping with a lot of blood right now, so shake it out. So now I'm going to turn, so my body is extended from the wall. And what I want you to do is to take that same arm straight out from the shoulder. So again, self-adjustments here. I'm going to roll my shoulder completely forward here, like this. So again, this is when we're out of position. Then we're going to inhale, roll it back. So let's do that at the wall. Exhale, roll the shoulder completely forward. This is where we don't want to be. Inhale, roll the shoulder around, down the back. My opposite hand goes again to my sternum. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, push the heel of the hand into the wall. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, press the heel of the hand. You might feel a zinging by the elbow. This is okay. Inhale, chest up. It's just a lot of that crunchiness and that nerve from typing, from bad posture. It's getting stretched out. So we want that. That's a good sign. 2. 1 more breath here. Again, let that arm be heavy. Shake it out. And we're going to go to the cactus arm on the left side here. So take your arm and your chest all the way to the wall. I'm going to face here. Again, roll that shoulder forward so you know when you're out of position. Inhale, roll it away from the wall. So there should be space between the shoulder head and the wall. From here, start to turn away from the wall. Right hand goes to the sternum. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, lean your chest into the wall. We should be feeling that backpack strap area get longer, get stretched out. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale. Push the elbow, push the chest. If we're feeling this at the top of the shoulder, it means that our shoulder is still forward. So turn back towards the wall and then take it down away from the ear. If we're not feeling that, then we're okay. We stay put. 2 more breaths. Inhale, come off the wall. Okay. So same thing with the opposite hand. I'm just going to move a little bit closer so you guys have a better view. And it's going to be on my knees, but I want you guys to be standing here. So imagine I'm standing. Again, I'm on my left side. I'm going to roll my shoulder completely forward. Inhale, roll the shoulder around. Chest up. Exhale, press the heel of the hand into the wall. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, press the wall. 3 more. 2. Last one. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale. Okay, so we're going to go back to the right arm here. I'm going to stay with this close vision so you can see it. We're going to do some more extension for the neck. So again, just imagine that I'm standing. It's going to be more comfortable than if you're on the knees. From here, same self-adjustment. Roll the shoulder completely forward. And then inhale, roll it around and down the back. My second hand now is going to go to my temple. So my left hand reaches all the way across the head to the right temple. Inhale, give yourself a little bit of length here. I'm pulling my ear towards my shoulder. Exhale, press the heel of the hand. These are very small movements. It's a very strong sensation quickly, so move incrementally. Inhale. Again, just a little bit of pressure at the temple. Exhale, press to the heel of the hand. 3 more breaths like that. Inhale. That whole right side of the neck is getting longer. Exhale, the right arm is getting longer. 2 more. Inhale, bring it back. Let's switch it out. So now I'm going to be going, this is my left hand. You can see here. Same self-adjustment. Roll that shoulder completely forward. Inhale, roll it back. Again, you can take the hand at the chest if that helps you posture up. My right hand goes to the opposite temple. So inhale, stretch out that side of the neck. You want to feel the ear moving away from the opposite ear moving towards the shoulder. Exhale, press the heel of the hand through the wall. Maximum extension here. Inhale, side of the neck gets longer. Exhale, arm gets longer. Inhale, neck. Exhale, arm. 2 more like this. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Piece by piece. Inhale, bring the neck back to vertical. Release the temple, release the arm. So I am going to stay close to the wall just so you guys can see me. But again, imagine that I'm standing here. What I'd like you to do, you can do this either without the props or with the props. I'm going to show you with the props first and then without. You're going to make a huge circle behind you. This is going to help keep my arms narrow enough. What we tend to do when we don't have the block is we go really wide here and then we start to crunch in the neck. So this is just kind of a safeguard. I'm going to hold the block. I'm going to bend the elbows and squeeze the arms close to my ears. I'm just trying to make a nice little sandwich here around my face. Cutie pie sandwich here. Okay. From here, you're going to take the elbows and the forehead towards the wall. Now, to your capacity, that might be a lot of sensation through the back to begin with. If you can, maybe we can start to push the chest to the wall. If we can push the elbows and the chest, then we start to pull the hips behind us. You'll feel yourself slide down the wall. So notice this block is also safeguarding my neck by making sure my head stays forward. Find your maximum capacity and hold it there for 5 breaths. I'm going to jump over and demonstrate this standing, but you guys stay as you are. Trying to work around this microphone here, so be patient with me. 3 more breaths. 1 more. Inhale, bring it up. Again, if there's a lot of pinching around the shoulders, just shake that out. Let's do it again. We're going to rotate the arms behind us. Huge circle here. See how my arms are going behind my ears? That's how we know we're getting the maximum amount of space in the joint. Then holding my block, bend the elbows. Notice the elbows want to go wide on you. Rein them in. Squeeze. From here, just start by touching the elbows. If the elbows are okay, then the forehead. If the forehead is okay, then the chest. Now, just like what we practiced, we're going to lift the toes and go soft in the knees. To your capacity, you're going to start to drop back. 5 breaths wherever you are. Notice those elbows want to go wide. Keep squeezing them in. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, pop it up. 1 more time. Now I'm going to come close so you guys can see this progression. If we are able, again, this is the order of priority here. Number 1 is getting the elbows to the wall. Number 2, forehead. 3 is the chest. 4 is softness in the knees. We can't skip steps in that. So if you can get all 4 of those things in line, then we start to lower down to the floor. And let me just show you what that looks like. And then I'm going to let you take it where you need to take it. So number 1, my elbows are here. Number 2, my forehead. 3, my chest. Now I'm going to soften my knees. So if I'm able to drag here, then maybe I can start to switch to the knees in a high kneeling position, eventually coming into a low kneeling position. Even beyond that, we start to release the foot. So notice I maintain contact, elbows, forehead, chest the entire time at every single point along the way. So I'm going to give you guys 5 breaths to do into that space whatever you are going to do with it. Okay, I'm going to cue it along with the demonstration. Here we go. Everybody take the arms behind you. If you have a block, grab a block or some sort of prop to keep the elbows in. Bend the elbows. Squeeze the elbows in close to the face, and then take the elbows to the wall. From here, touch the forehead. Then touch the chest if that's available. If you have those 3 checkpoints, then what I want you to do is to lift the toes and to soften the knees. You notice your hips will start to go behind you immediately. Find your capacity here. Inhale, continue to squeeze the elbows in towards the face. Exhale, hips behind. Wherever you are, 3 more breaths. Elbows, chest, forehead, maintain their contact. 2, 1. Inhale, bring it out. So we don't want to go and change directions in the spine right away. I want you to really, really avoid the temptation to hang forward. Rather, what I'd like you to do is to take the hands at the chest and just do the exact same twist we did in the beginning. Like so. This is a good lesson throughout the day. When we wake up and our back feels a little bit crummy, especially the low back, our instinct is to go, oh, my back hurts, and to stretch forward. This is the worst thing that you can do for yourself. Please, please, please make a point to break that habit. Rather, get into this habit. Just twisting. This will neutralize the spine. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to flip. So I'm going to give you 2 options here. Option 1 is to sit cross-legged, and I'll pull the, I think I'm still in the frame here. The other option is to sit on your knees and kneeling like I was just demonstrating before. I'm going to demonstrate sitting cross-legged, but the same principles apply when you are in a kneeling position. So notice this perfectly placed piece of fabric here. This is the target, the base of the shoulder blades, underneath of the ribs. This is where my block is going to go. So what I'm going to do is to lean forward a little bit, and I'm going to sneak that block behind me. Now, the tendency is for the nose to take a dive, and then the back is up, and then it's not stable. So know that we need to err on the side of the part closest to us, lifting up from here. So find that sweet spot, and then I'm going to scoop my butt back a little bit more to my capacity, right? So notice what I'm trying to do here is get that back bending shape. From here, what I'm going to do is just start either by taking the hands to the knees and kneeling, or in cross-legged, one time shrug the shoulders. Exhale, pull it around to the back. Notice I'm not pulling straight down, I'm making a circle. So again, shrug up, pull back, drop down. 3. Keep trying to force that back bending shape here from the middle back. 2 more breaths. If you manage to get yourself into this, congratulations. There's a lot of finagling involved. Okay, we're going to stay here. It took us a long while to finagle in, so we're going to stay put. From here, I want you to make fists. Then what I'm going to do is dig my elbow straight back. Again, it doesn't matter if you touch the wall or not. Just know that that's the trajectory of it. So as if I'm pulling, this is similar to the gym machine, a lat pull. I'm going to pull back, try to touch the wall with my elbows here. Again, chest up. Exhale. Power through the elbows. Inhale. Chest up. Exhale. Elbows. Inhale. Again, we're rolling. Exhale. Dig back. 2 more. Inhale. Making that circle towards the wall. Exhale. Last one. I want you to maintain this for 5. 4. See if you can squeeze the arms close to the body. 2. 1. Hand to the legs to support you. Roll the chin. 1 ear, then the other, without dropping back. We don't want to compress the neck. So you can come forward and to the sides. So just making that semicircle. Okay, we're going to take that exact same movement, we're going to add on. From here, same pulling. This imaginary lat machine, I'm going to pull my elbow straight back here. Touching the wall or not is immaterial. Just get the backwards direction of it. Now, I'm going to take my arms out like a snow angel. Notice I'm arching here. I'm not coming straight up. I'm still trying to get that back bending shape on the lift. Let's do it again. Exhale, dig the elbows. Inhale, up. Look forward. Exhale, dig the elbows. Inhale, that's snow angel here. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more. Exhale, dig the elbows in. Get super close to the wall. Breathe up, arms overhead. 2 more. We're going to hold at the top on this last one. So inhale, bring the arms overhead. My left hand is going to grab my right tricep here. So you can take the hand, see how I'm bending my elbow like so? I'm going to use my second hand to keep this arm close to my face. It's perfectly fine if the fingers stay upwards. If it's available to you in the wrist and there's not any crunchiness, then you can start to turn the fingers down. So either one of those hand positions, but keep the elbow close. Now, with this hand, inhale, pull the elbow up towards the ceiling. It's a small movement, nothing dramatic. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, arch your back, elbow up. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, elbow up. Exhale, squeeze it in. 2 more. If you can get the hand completely flush to the wall, push the heel of the hand on that exhale. Big arch here. Last one. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, circle it out. Just give a couple shrugs to the shoulder. You need to work through the neck. So let's take a moment. We're going to stay in this position, but I want you to check in. How's the low back doing? If we're starting to feel a lot of distress or discomfort, again, upper back, we're digging deep. It's going to be a lot of work there. That's correct. If it's starting to go below the place where the block is, you can see here into the waist, the block is probably too low. You just got to shimmy up or come a little bit further away from the wall. So take a moment, check in. Any adjustments, please do so. Then we do the second side. Dig back, exhale. Arch, circle. Now, from this position, my right hand now is going to reach over and grab the tricep. From here, I'm going to start to bend the elbow. Notice, just like with the block, the elbow wants to fall out. That's the purpose of this, is to keep it in towards the face. Imagine almost you're trying to take it across the face. So if you overcorrect, you probably will land in the right place. Exhale. To your capacity, bend the elbow. If it's available to you, don't push it. It's not necessary today. We start to spin the fingers down. If that's a huge stretch, just keep the fingers facing up. We're focused here. Pull the elbow in towards the face. Now, hang on to your elbow. Pull up towards the ceiling. Everything arches with it. Exhale. Elbow towards the face. Maybe if the hand has been flipped, we can push the heel of the hand. If we're still here, just stay here. Inhale. Up. Big arching shape here. Exhale, elbow in towards the face. 3 more. Two. 1. Stay for the inhale. Exhale. Oof. Let it go. Again, take the chin down towards the chest. What I want you to do is to interlace your fingers like you're in a sit-up position. Keep the elbows narrow. And again, Nothing dramatic. There's no yanking on the neck. It's just a little bit of direction, sending the chest and the chin in towards the chest. One time again, shrug the shoulders. We know when we're out of position. Exhale. Whoa. Shoulders are heavy and drop down. 5 breaths here. Lift the chest. Head is last. Take a breath up. Exhale. So we're going to stay in this position. Remove the block. If you are in a kneeling position, I ask that you come into a cross-legged position. So I'm going to show you my knees here. And then what I'd like you to do is you have 2 options of grip. Number 1 is to hang on to the front of the knees. If you prefer to grab the ankles or even to take your feet into Baddha Konasana, either one of those are available. It doesn't really matter to me, whatever is the most secure for you. So from this position, we're going to inhale, roll the shoulders, chest comes up. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the upper back. Now this is the key part. All of that space that was on the block, we want it to be as round and puffy. I usually say imagine a turtle shell. We want that to be as far back as possible. Inhale, opposite direction. Belly button goes forward first. Roll the shoulders, chest up. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the upper back, pelvis back. Belly button first. Roll the shoulders, chest up. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the upper back, pelvis back. 3 more. Belly, chest, chin, chin, belly, back. Belly, chest, chin, chin, chest, belly. 1 more. We're going to hold at the top. Belly, chest, chin. Now take whatever hand, touch your chin. I want you to push your chin forward into your hand. Tongue to the roof of the mouth. This is how we know that the neck is getting longer rather than shorter. One more breath, exhale, keep pushing forward, tongue to the roof of the mouth. Now let's go the opposite direction and hold. I'm gonna go chin to chest. My chest is gonna sink back into that turtle shell shape. I'm gonna hang on to my feet, my knees, my ankles, whatever, and then just roll back, counterbalance here. This can't, for me, this is always really strong where my neck starts to meet my shoulders. So very slowly start to take the chin into the chest. Notice how that really starts to fire up here through the upper part of the back. 3 more breaths. Letting your arms support you. Coming out of this, belly button goes forward. Roll the shoulders, chest up. So what we are going to do here is the exact same position with the block, but just on our back. So I'm going to show you how to set that up so that you're in the most comfortable and the most beneficial position here. So I'm going to move my mat a little bit closer. My mats, plural. So greetings from this beautiful studio. This is where I do all of my work in my hometown, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We are at Tula. So thank you, Andrea, and all the community here for letting me be here and getting to share this with all of you guys out there. With these blocks, now this is why we want to make sure to have the second block, because this is going to help us adjust our height. My recommendation is to start, this is what I call the first height, second height, third height. So here in this first height, we are going to make the second height on the second block here. So I apologize, black on black, but it'll make sense. From here, what I'm going to do, actually I'm going to take this a little bit forward, same exact spot. So I'm just going to waddle into this here. Now, if it hits, notice, see how that block is starting to touch skin? That means that my block is too high and it's actually on my shoulder blades. So I'm gonna roll out. Please avoid the temptation to sit straight up. We always wanna roll to the side. I'm gonna move it down a little bit. Now, let's see what the other extreme looks like. This, and you'll feel it in your low back right away. We are in the completely wrong position. So off to the side again. Find that Goldilocks spot. That perfect fit under the shoulder blades, under the ribs. Now, what about the head? So if we have a lot of space in the back, I have a pretty flexible spine here, so my head will touch the floor. If that is not the case, this is the purpose of the second block. So notice I'm going to take this to the back of my head. I'm essentially bringing the floor up to me. So however high you need your floor so that there's no cramping in the back of the neck, maybe we go to the third height. So I want you to take a minute and just play around with that. Figure out what the appropriate height for you, appropriate meaning. Number one, that there's no wrinkles in the back of the neck. Number two, there's no distress in the low back. Third principle here, where are we still doing some work? So this is pretty accessible to me, second height. I'm gonna go down to this first height here. So you can take whatever variation you want with the legs, cross-legged, extended, whatever. We're just gonna focus on the upper body here. So we take what we did on the wall and we apply it to the floor. I'm reaching up towards the ceiling this time. That same lat pull down, elbows into the floor. Now, I want you to arch, and it's a little bit more obvious here. Feel like you're trying to arch off of the block. You can't do that on the wall because the block would slip. So this is why we're able to do it here and why we take different configurations of the same movement. Snow angel time. Circle. Exhale, dig the elbows, try to arch off of the block. Inhale, snow angel. Exhale, dig in, arch. Inhale, circle. Exhale, arch. Inhale, circle. Exhale, arch. Inhale, circle. On this next exhale, we're going to maintain. Dig the elbows in. See if we can arch off of the block and maintain. 5, 4. You should feel those elbows pushing through the floor. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. The block is there for you. Drop your weight onto the block. Drop your hands out. Take a moment. We're going to do that for 2 more rounds. I'm going to give you some variations here. So exhale, same starting principle. We're going to dig in. Inhale, circle. Exhale. Dig in. Inhale, circle. 3 more. Exhale is the elbows. Inhale is the snow angel. Exhale. I say snow angel because it's been snowpocalypse here, so constant reminder every time I go outside. Inhale, circle. So on this last one, if there's any discomfort in the top of the shoulder here, what we want to do is to lower the arms, maybe at a low 45. If that's okay, we come into a T. If that's okay, we are going to turn, everybody make thumbs down, into the wall so that the pinkies are up. From here, we're going to stretch forward. Now, so long as there is 0 pain in the top of the shoulder, then we can start to bring the fingertips and interlace. So now I'm going to wiggle and stretch. Exhale, drop your butt into the floor. This is going to help you create that shape from both the bottom and the top. Inhale, wiggle and stretch up. Exhale, drop your butt into the floor. 3 more breaths. 2. Get long. I want my ribs as long as possible, and I'm still making that arching shape. 4. One more breath here. As long as possible, all the way out to the very tips of the fingers. Exhale, let it go. One more. Exhale, dig the elbows. Now you have 2 options here when we come up with these snow angels. So let's go through that rotation one more time. 45. Out like a T. Start to turn the thumbs down. So maybe we're going to stay here for 10 breaths. You have 2 options. Option 1 is to work that asymmetry. 5 breaths, right elbow. 5 breaths, left elbow. I will cue when to switch. The other option here, we can keep the fingers tips up, elbows in. I guess this would be a third option, but just to play on the second, the fingertips would turn down. So whatever grip is okay for your wrists, and then both hands at the same time squeezing in towards the face. Let's set it up. 45. T, thumbs down to your capacity. My left hand reaches over to grab the right tricep, start to bend the elbow in towards the face. We can stay here with the one side, holding for 5, or if both shoulders are cooperative, we do both arms at the same time. I'm going to work asymmetrically. Exhale in towards the face, inhale, arch. Exhale in towards the face, inhale, arch. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. If you're in both hands, stay for the next 5 breaths. If you worked asymmetrically, go through the full motion. Down, up, grab the tricep, pull it in. Exhale in towards the face, inhale, arch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale, release. So guys, I want you to hang here and then just let gravity pull you open for about 5 breaths. I'm going to talk you through some checkpoints. So when we're doing this, if we're doing it for pain relief and management, we need to be digging deep into the middle back. So we're kind of riding that uncomfortable edge of sensation. Of course, you can do restorative stuff and just let yourself be supported on these blocks, but you want to feel, if you're on a scale of 1 to 10, that digging into that art should feel like exerting yourself to a 6 or a 7, potentially to a 7.5. Because it's dynamic, we don't want to go further than that. Okay, so just take a moment here and I want you to find that threshold. We're going to dig our elbows in one last time and I want you to go find your level 5, that amount of effort. Find your level 6, find your level 7, hold it. 2, 3, 4, exhale. Again, the block is there to receive you, as is the floor. Relax the arms. Now, coming out of this, super important, guys, make sure that we're rolling to the side. That corner edge of the block can be a little uncomfortable. It's for a split second. Don't worry about it. Take the knees up. I'm going to kind of cocoon myself in the fetal position over to the side. I'm going to swing my chest towards my knees and I'm back into a seated position. So from here, one more time, I'm going to hang on to the knees or to the front of the shins. I'm going to roll my shoulders, lift up, exhale, tuck the chin, round the upper back, hunching. Look at the belly button. 5 breaths. Inhale, belly button first. Roll the shoulders, chest up. Okay, we're going to stay in this seated posture, and then we're going to do just a little bit more work for the neck like we did on the wall. Again, we're just giving ourselves opportunities. The more that we repeat something, it takes, I think a teacher told me, 80,000 times of doing something before your body is actually has adopted that movement pattern. So we got a long ways to go. No rush, we'll get there. So from here, I'm going to turn sideways so you guys can see me and we stay oriented the same way. I'm going to start with my right hand. Now you are welcome. Number one, if the pelvis is rolling back on you, set yourself up on a block. You are also welcome to come into a kneeling position. Either one of those is fine. Whatever one is the least disruptive, the least amount of effort to maintain. So I'm going to stay in cross-legged on a block. If we are on a block, then we, again, just need to bring the floor up. So I'm going to use this second block here to compensate for that under my arm. Okay, just like in the beginning, I'm going to roll my shoulder forward. Inhale. I'm going to roll it back. Second hand to the chest. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, press the heel of the hand. If it doesn't reach, that's fine, but just keep sending that down. It'll reach eventually. The more length that we're able to create by rolling the shoulder around and down. Remember, it's not a straight depression here. It's a rotation. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, press the heel of the hand. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, heel of the hand. 3 more. 2. On this last one, find your maximum position, a maximum amount of exertion. Again, about that 7 out of 10 here. Left hand grabs the temple. Inhale, stretch out the side of the neck. Exhale, press through the heel of the hand. 2. 3. 4. One more breath. 5. Inhale, bring the head back to vertical, remove the arm. Second side. So again, if you're did it on one side, let's take the block to the other side. If you're on the floor, you can elect to use the block under the hand or not. Okay? Again, self-adjust. Let that shoulder go way forward. Know when you're out of position. Now inhale, roll it back. Second hand goes to the chest. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, press the heel of the hand. Inhale, roll the shoulder. Exhale, press the heel of the hand. 3 more. I'm just going to flip my view. You guys stay exactly as you are. Checkpoint, guys. Make sure that the block is close to your body. The further out, of course, the shorter your arm will feel. We maximize that length staying close. Find your maximum, again, about your 7 out of 10. Opposite hand goes to the temple. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, make that side of the neck super long. Exhale, out through the heel of the hand. Inhale, make the side of the neck longer. 4. Last breath here. 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring the head back to vertical. Exhale, stay as you are. Interlace the fingers like a sit-up behind the head one more time. Again, elbows stay close. Now slowly, chin to chest. Back of the head. We want to make there be as much space around the ears as possible here. Look at your belly button. Again, just play with that positioning a little bit. How are you getting into the places that are a little bit stuck using this leverage here? One more breath to explore that, figure it out. And then 3 breaths to be in it. Head is last. Inhale. Keep the sit-up position. We're going to lift the chest, roll the elbows out to the side. Again, I'm just catching my head so I don't do this. See how my shoulders are lifting and I have this big wrinkle in the back of my neck? This is terrible. If it doesn't feel like it, know that it is. So we want to keep that super long. We're just arching. And notice I'm arching with my whole body here. 5 breaths. If this feels like a lot of backwards pull from gravity, just keep your elbows closer. Three more breaths. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. So we're going to do one twist against the wall, one position in prone, and then I'll set you up to rest. So coming into a seated position close to the wall, I'm still going to stay using my block underneath of me. So from here, you're welcome to stay cross-legged. If you prefer, you can notice how my left foot is tucked behind and my right knee is up. I'm going to use this, again, just for leverage, just to get myself into the position. I'm going to pull against my knee so I can get my belly button forward. You are welcome to self-adjust here as well. So holding on to the knees. We know this action here. Roll the shoulders. Sternum comes through and up. Now, my left hand is going to stay holding on to my knee. My right hand maybe can go back and feel that wall. Self-adjust again. Notice the shoulder wants to cramp up around the ear. I'm going to roll it around and make space. Hang on to the knee, chest up. Exhale, give yourself a little bit of a twist. Check in. Is it still in that block space or has it moved to the low back? If it's in the low back, you got to posture up a little bit more before the twist. If you're good, you're in the main kind of trunk of the body, in those ribs, feel free to take it around. If you have even more space, you are welcome to hook the elbow around the knee, but don't go crazy with it. We never compromise the low back to get there. It becomes available to us once we do the work over time. So we're going to be here for 3 more breaths. You are welcome to look forward, or if the neck is cooperative, I'm going to turn my chin towards my right shoulder, that wall-facing shoulder. Again, press the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Two more breaths. Stay with it for the inhale. Exhale, we undo. If you're hooked, you unhook. Come off the wall. Back to neutral. Second leg. Bring the left knee up. Hook. So using this leverage, let's make that scoop with the chest. Ready? I'm going to pull forward, up, and around. Hang on to it. Keep lifting tall. Again, give yourself whatever self-adjustments you use. I use them all the time. So breathe up here. Exhale, we're headed towards the wall. If the fingertips don't reach, again, find a grip that works for you. You're welcome to stay at the knee, or if the wall is available to you, we're going to use it. Now, before we go into any further twist, posture up. That shoulder needs to go along with you. Roll it around. We stay looking forward, or if the neck is on board, we look at that back middle finger. Yeah, up, tongue to the roof of the mouth. Three more breaths. Stay for the inhale. Untwist on the exhale. Okay, so change my mind. I am going to skip that prone position. We're going to come on to the back. Now, we do we do twists a lot in yoga and we do them on the back. We need to make sure that we're doing them safely and correctly. So again, I'm going to orient this way so I can see you. Twisting. Take the knees into the chest to begin with. You always have options. So what I'm going to do is have you start fully in a fetal position on your left side. So my shoulders are stacked here, my knees are stacked. Notice my knees are close to my chest here. From this position, make sure that your head is comfortable. Again, you have the blankets, you have the blocks. Please feel free to use them. So here, if you want to use a block at the head, just so you have space for that shoulder, that's perfectly appropriate. From here, you have two options. Option number one is you can focus on the rotation and the opening through the shoulders here. And I'll show you this from the other side because a lot of times we feel like the perfect execution of the pose means things have to hit the floor, which is not the case. So when we come into this twist, if there's space here, which for a lot of people there is, take the second block or take your blanket and block it up. Because we're in a restorative position, we want to make sure that everything is supported here. Okay. So I just stay with my knees into the chest. I'm not going to force this down any further because it's not going to be beneficial. It's going to go from my thoracic spine into my lower back, and that's where we have problems here. So this is the option here. If that shoulder will reach, then we let it go. Then we take the neck into it. If we have more space, the low back is on board, no issue. This is where we can start to cross the legs or maybe take the legs out straight. So you can just play around with those variations. Which ones are giving you that movement in the spine without disrupting the low back? So I want you to find your maximum. Again, maximum meaning what you can maintain. Again, not at a 7 anymore. We want to be at about a 4 or 5. So I'm going to stay here looking up towards the ceiling. One more breath. Coming back. Inhale, roll the knees into the chest. Full fetal on the other side. And let's open it up. So my friend Joanne in Tribal in Tulum, she calls this clamshell. So you're welcome to do this dynamically as this opening and closing, or just hang out. I'm just going to hang out. Again, where are you in terms of sensation? You should be at about a 4 or 5. Nothing extreme here. We're starting to bring down the energy. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, close the clamshell. Remove any props. Come fully onto your back. And let's rest. I'm going to give you just a moment for Shavasana. I'm going to turn my own lights down just so it's fully dark in case you're following this recording. And that way you can have the lights low and that's not disruptive. So I'll be right back, not going anywhere. So just a minute or two to let the body be heavy into the mat. The beauty of this is that you're in your own home, so you can make yourself as comfortable as possible. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Gently wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Allow the head to roll left and right. Inhale, full body stretch. Exhale, left hand to the belly. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale. Again, let's return to that fetal position on the right. Hold for a beat. Inhale, bring yourself back into seated. So allow your eyes to stay soft. You bring your hands in front of your heart. And I'm going to end this class with an Om. You are welcome to join me from home. I would love that. And our closing mantra. We'll take an inhale together. Om. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschet dukkha bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. With that prayer, we're asking that may all be happy, may all be free from disability, may all look to the good in others, and may none suffer from sorrow. Peace, peace, peace. Inhale, bring the hands together behind the back. Exhale, bow the head forward. Take a moment, acknowledge one thing you have to be thankful for. Inhale, rise up. Rub the palms, gather up your energy. Cup the eyes. Share that energy with the face. Blink the eyes open, look at the palms. Thank you so much for the honor and the privilege, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful day. See you soon. Namaste. Ciao.